Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. So it is Monday, the beginning of the week, and today we're going to make a delicious pasta dish that's not only very easy to make, but it's the kind of food that's going to fill you with so much goodness. We're talking a one-pan garlic and herb pasta. Now the beauty of this recipe, besides the fact that it's made with simple everyday ingredients and all done using just one pan, is that it comes together in under 30 minutes, yet the flavors feel like they've been simmering for hours and hours. Folks, serve this pasta as a side dish next to some grilled fish, or even as a main course next to a garden salad. Either way, make sure to enjoy it next to a bottle of Spanish wine from the region of Jumilla for the ultimate dining experience. Alright, let's just jump right into this. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat. Important to use a larger pan here, as this is a one-pan dish, that way all the ingredients fit in there. And I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. Make sure to use the good stuff here. This is what really flavors the entire dish. You can get the Spanish one I'm using from the Georgetown Olive Oil Company in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to thinly slice 1 shallot and roughly chop 8 cloves of garlic. Then we'll add the garlic and shallot into the hot fry pan. And we'll mix the ingredients around continuously, that way they don't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After 2 to 3 minutes, and the shallot's translucent and that garlic is beautifully fragrant, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, which is 8 grams. And we're going to continue to mix this and go between 1 to 2 minutes here. This is enough time to cook off the raw flavor in the flour. That way that flour doesn't overpower the flavors of the dish. After cooking the flour for 2 minutes, I'm going to add in half a cup of dry white wine, which is 120 milliliters. If wine is not your thing, you can substitute it for any broth of your choice with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. We'll also add in 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, which is 1 gram, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, which once again is 1 gram, and half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is half a gram. Then we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And finally grate in a kiss of lemon zest. And make sure to avoid that white pith as it adds a bitter flavor. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together and then simmer it for a few minutes. After about 3 minutes, and the alcohol has been cooked off in the wine, I'm going to add in 3.5 cups of vegetable broth, which is 840 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, beef broth, or even water if you like. Just make sure to season accordingly if you use water. Either way, link on how to make my homemade veggie broth in the description box below. And we'll turn it up to a high heat and give it a gentle mix. Once it comes to a boil, it's time to add in the pasta. I'm using penne pasta here, but you can use whatever pasta you like. I'm going to measure out 8 ounces, which is 225 grams, and add it into the pan. And as always, you don't have to mix the pasta around continuously, but do get it every 2 to 3 minutes. That way the pasta doesn't stick together and it all evenly cooks. After 8 to 9 minutes, which in my case is about 3 minutes shy of that pasta being cooked al dente, we'll place the lid on the pan and lower the fire to a low-medium heat. And we're going to simmer this for another 3 to 4 minutes until the pasta is perfectly cooked al dente. Important to check the package instructions in the pasta you're using, that way you cook it right on the money. Once the pasta is just cooked al dente, this dish is ready to go. You can always try one of the pieces of pasta just to ensure it's perfectly cooked. At this point, I'm going to remove the pan from the heat. And we'll serve it directly out of the pan, topped off with some grated cheese. I'm using a Spanish manchego that's been aged for 6 months, but you can use whatever cheese you like. And some chopped fresh basil. Check it out, our one-pan garlic and herb pasta is done. Easy to make, simple everyday ingredients, and all done in a little over 20 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. I'm telling you folks, I am such a huge fan of pasta dishes, especially one-pan ones, as the starch from the pasta stays in there, giving it the most incredible textures and flavors. Moment of truth. There is so much garlic and herb flavor in there, it's out of this world. But seriously, it's one of those dishes where less is more and the simple things are the best things. Absolutely delicious. Give it a try at home. Once again, it's a side dish next to some grilled fish. We're gonna have main course next to garden salad. Either way, the kind of food that's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Stephen Riggs, John Kachanowski, and John Dayan. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.